folks, welcome back to an episode of the Complete Liverpool Playthrough. It's me, Dr. Benji FM, and I don't know what episode are we now? 50-something. We're flying through this series. Obviously, we're into a second season. So far, 1 win, 1 defeat. Spurs have given us a pasting, essentially, and we've got it all to do. Daniel Sturridge is having the best career I've ever seen him have on Football Manager. Part of me respects it. A larger part of me hates it. So we'll see how we get on today then. Obviously, of course, we're still in the transfer window, so things can happen. Bids may well come in. I don't think we're going to go for anyone. It's kind of going to depend on if players go out, players may well come in. We're, of course, trying to sell Lazar Markovic. The problem with Markovic currently is that he's injured, so he's not going to be going anywhere. The question then remains, do we try and get him in as part of the first team or find him alone at some point over the course of the season? Of course, Sergio Aguero picked up an injury last time out. He's out for 2 weeks now, so won't feature in today's game against Watford. So we're going to have to find a replacement or a system that fits the players that we've got at hand. Of course, De Bruyne's still out. Keita, you may have seen there, has only just come back from injury, so I don't think he'll be featuring today either. So it might be a time for one of the best signings I've ever made, / the worst signing I've ever made, Javier Pastore. Wow, hello. Real Madrid have come in for Roberto Firmino, who was going to play as the starting striker for us today. 45 million, not really enough for me. If we get close to sort of the 60, 70, 80 mark, then I'll start thinking about it. Essentially, if they hit 60, I'll go, hang on a minute. Actually, no, what I'll think is, if you hit 60, I'll have 70. It's kind of my situation on that one. Right, what do we need to do? Is there anything that we need to do, really? I guess we're playing very reactionary Football Manager here. We're playing to see what happens elsewhere. If bids come in, that's when we make the move. Players like Cameron Brannigan, one day could be a future Liverpool player. I would love to have done a save maybe one day with Liverpool that I don't sign anybody, and I have to use the academy that comes through. That would be quite a fun save to do generally, I think. So just use academy prospects. It'd force you to bring them through, which would be really good. If you had to sign nobody, I wonder how long it would take you to get sacked, or how much you would have to improve the players that you already have. That would be a really interesting idea. I think a few people have done that on YouTube before. It's something I wouldn't mind tackling one day. Maybe something I could do on stream, perhaps, where I sign nobody and I have to use the kids that come through. Let me know. Is that the sort of thing you'd like to see? The more I talk about it, the more I think it's quite a good idea. Emre Can then has signed a new contract, £85,000 a week. I don't think that's too bad, 5-year deal for a player that's probably likely to improve still. It doesn't say there that he will, but I think at 23 we can expect his mentals to certainly improve. Physical shouldn't decline, and yeah, 5 more years from him gets him to 28. It also ties him down from the clutches of other European giants, which is probably the main talking point or the main focus at this point. Right then, does anything else need to be done is the question. Lallana resumes full training as well. He and Keita now both back in the squad, but again, a bit early for both of them, I dare say, as Adam Phillips has had an offer as well. Again, we get a lot of scout reports that mean very, very little. Adam Phillips is also going to go. Also going to go. He's definitely now going to go. And Danny Ings then, of course, I almost forgot this was a thing. Is he going to Roma? I think he is. Now, if we sell Danny Ings, how much money does that give us left over? About 20 million. So we may well bring in another striker. I think it would be sensible to bring in another striker. Currently, we've got Firmino that can play there. We've got Origi and we've got Aguero. Danny Ings is going to go. I'm not going to play him. I want someone to come in. He's on 75 grand a week at us. So if we get someone a little bit cheaper, maybe on the transfer list, maybe someone that's been cast aside. And I don't do what? I'm looking at Llorente and Negredo and thinking they're the sort of strikers we do not have. We do not have sort of these type. I mean, do we bring Andy Carroll back? I mean, he's on 70 grand a week at the moment, so I don't think Andy Carroll is the best option. Out of there, that is slim pickings, isn't it? Let's face it. I doubt there's anyone on there that I could still get. No, and it just changed Charlie Austin's value round. The Borja Baston is probably the best one there, but I quite like the idea of having, maybe not Negredo. I don't know, actually, looking at his attributes, he's not too bad. He's probably slightly better than Llorente, although they're similar in what they offer. And then Andy Carroll's basically just the English version of the pair of them, which I don't know. I don't know if anyone's offended by that. Maybe they are. We'll leave it for now. Comment section. Would you go for a target man figure? Of course, we don't really have one. Like, Divock Origi's not short, but he's not a target man. He's more sort of in the Henry mould, isn't he? I'm not saying he's as good as Henry, goodness gracious, but he's in that sort of mould of player. Right, as we come to the Watford game then, Sergio Aguero will be dropping down to the bench, or bringing Keita to fill in instead, and we'll take Grujic out for Wijnaldum. quite a few sort of, not injury concerns, but quite a few players lacking fitness that are just on the bench. Never mind. Right, that's our first 11 then. Joe Hart will be in goal. We've got Nathaniel Klein, Van Dijk, Matip and Kolasinac at left back, Henderson and Nainggolan. By the way, Nainggolan, great signing so far. Looked really, really good in every single game, a 7.75. Got himself 2 goals, a goal in each game. And ahead of him then, Salah on that left-hand side. I'm considering changing him to an inside forward, but with his left foot, I guess we keep him out there. It's tricky. Pastore in the middle, Mane on the right-hand side, and Roberto Firmino up top. Now, the Pastore situation is quite interesting because, of course, I've mentioned before that he and Kevin De Bruyne are more similar, say, than Pastore was with Philippe Coutinho. Coutinho is a slightly more tricky, obviously a shorter player as well. Pastore is a bit more demanding, controlling of the play, which I'm hoping De Bruyne will be, especially with Aguero. So we'll keep an eye on Pastore today. We're going to give him the game. I signed him for a lot of money. We may as well try and get some good performances out of him while Aguero and De Bruyne are injured. Let's see if he can make the difference. Of course, we know we'll be up top on his own. So, big game. Got to bounce back after the defeat to Spurs. 4-2 as well. Not good. Not in any stretch of the imagination. Not good. So we've got to try and bounce back quickly and get back on a run. Well, I say that as well. Watford have won their previous 2 games. See if they've made any interesting signings. Well, they have done actually. Cleverly's come in. Ben Pearson's there. Federico Fernandez. Giovanni Simeone, who I do believe is the son of Diego Simeone, and Gael Clichy at left back, which is quite curious. On the outs, Troy Deeney at Southampton for 21.5 million, rising to 33 for Troy Deeney. Okay, not a bad player, but that is excessive, if you ask me. Again, as we play these teams, we're going to see what they did in the transfer market. It's second season in the Premier League, always quite interesting. Right then, passionately say we owe Watford after what happened in the last match. I assume that was last season when they beat us, but we'll see what we do today. Hopefully, again, we've got to get back to winning ways. That's the key thing here. As the players line up, that gap does annoy me. I really want to. Gaps in football stadiums annoy me generally. And I know we've filled that one with a football stadium with a big screen, but I just don't like it. I don't like football stadiums with gaps in. There you are. That's why if anyone that's been to Wembley, Wembley's perfect. They've got some bits where sort of cars or ambulances can get through, and that's it. You know, everything else is filled in nicely. I didn't think I'd be talking about the structure of stadiums, but there we are. Right, 10 minutes in, and we've got ourselves a free kick for Van Dijk. I don't think he'll shoot from there, no. I'll let it off to Matip, and I think it's going to be one of the classic, can we work a move? Oh, forward towards Salah, heads it on. Firmino gets a head on it too, and Aurelio Gomes claims it, gathers it up, gobbles it up, and it remains 0-0. Is this going to be the highlight? Yes, okay. We're back on the tee today. It's not as hot today, so that's good news, as Henderson plays it back out to Kolasinac. Ball whipped in. Gomes claims really, really smartly. And Klein is sprinting back with some pace there. Goodness gracious. Right, where's this ball going to go? We've seen the 2 highlights now. Gomez has claimed both of them. Of course, they've got Simeone up front rather than Troy Deeney. Not as problematic, I don't think, for Van Dijk and Matip, because I think they'll quite enjoy playing against someone who's quite quick. Both of them are relatively fast. So Salah whips the ball in with his left foot. It doesn't drop to anyone, and Pereira manages to clear it. Simeone now plays it across to Zarate. And, well, a great ball through to Simeone. I've just said he's probably not going to be a danger, but he's in on goal and he chips it. I think he hit the side netting. Not the ideal finish. 20 minutes gone at Anfield. And so far, a relatively even game. I mean, we've not really had a proper shot to speak of. As the ball's whipped in towards the back post, 2 defenders get close to it, and now it's going to be Mane bringing it forward, quite deep in our half, but he's got the pace to burst forward, and look at him go down that wing. Holy smokes, Sadio Mane, what a run this is. He cannot be caught. Mane, Firmino's in the middle. We've seen this before. Oh, it's almost like it runs too far. He was too tired. But what an explosive bit of pace that was from Sadio Mane. It's a shame we didn't get an end product at the end of it. But maybe there's still a time. Van Dijk into Nainggolan. He's got options. He finds Pastore. I mean, there's not a lot of movement for him, but he plays it back out to Klein, who is the option. Mane again. Can the delivery be better this time? He's got Firmino in there. He's got Keita, or not Keita. Salah, I said. Has he backheeled that? Mohamed Salah with the goal. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he may well have backheeled that into the goal. We'll take a look at it again in 3 dimensions from a different angle. I mean, does he backheel this? I think he does, you know. We'll take a look. Mane puts it in. He gets caught. And then Salah, I think he trips over it. I don't really know what he does. I thought he backheeled it. I'm now not so sure. Regardless, it's 1-0. We'll take that. And, yeah, it's been a pretty underwhelming first half. Chances have been few and far between. The ones that we have seen have sort of just been half chances. But there we are, 1-0 at half-time. I'll calmly say I'm happy with the performance. Keep it up. I mean, we're in the lead. Let's not try and make them angry, because that's the last thing we want. And hopefully now we just continue to control the game. In fact, we'll try and control the game. The counter-attack might be an issue for us. They're playing these 3 up top, but if we can work their back 3 as it is right now and the 4 in the middle, we might be in with a chance. As oh dearie me, Paranda brings it forward now, and he's got a little bit. I mean, Joel Matip there. What on earth are you doing? We're coming off counter immediately and going back to standard. Control straight away and going back to standard. He's going to be booked. It's going to be a yellow card. There we go. And it's all on Joe Hart now. Can he keep it out? This is why I'd usually cut these videos up, just so I could have a sip of tea, but not today. Right, who's taking it? Amrabat is taking it. Joe Hart, I don't think I've seen you make a real save for us yet, so this is going to be exciting. Joe Hart, can you redeem yourself? Oh, flipping heck, it's gone under him. I mean, that's not redeeming yourself. That's the opposite of redeeming yourself. That's unredeeming yourself. I don't know, it's not an opposite. I feel like Hart could probably do a bit better there. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, well, 1-1. And we're back on level terms. Watford had a good start to the season. 2 wins from 2 games. But at home, at Anfield, you'd expect us to win this one. And before we make any changes, we've got another highlight. Henderson plays it across the box. Oh dear, not a good ball though. A little bit hopeless, if you don't mind me saying so, Jordan. And now Simeone tries to bring it forward and does so. Plays it across. Is Klein get there? He does. He beats cleverly to the ball. And now Klein drives forward with it. Pastore's on it. If he can find the perfect pass, out to Salah. He's got the overlap as well. If Henderson wants to fire, I didn't know. Back inside. Pastore's dropping quite deep. He's in the midfield more so than he's in the attack. And with Firmino as well, they're not too dissimilar in styles. As the ball goes through to Mane, finding a chance to prove himself. Again, straight at Gomes. Mane's final ball's not been very good. His finishing, as you see, there's not been great. It's going to be a corner though. Henderson's going to put it in. We've got some big men in the middle. Van Dijk, Matip. Can Matip redeem himself? The ball goes in towards Van Dijk. And it falls to Pastore on the edge. I don't know if it's going to be the end of the highlight or just the start of another one. Nangolan now, with it at his feet. It's going to be the end of one. So there was 25 minutes to go. I mean, we've probably got to go attacking. The problem is they're playing 3, and I don't want to get caught. Now, I think you have to bring on Origi at this point. Maybe even take off Pastore. I'm not sure. I mean, Firmino's having a really poor game, but he might be better behind the striker. Do you know what? We're going to take that gamble. We're going to bring on Origi and play him up top through the middle. We've got Salah on one side, Mane on the other. Is there anything else we really need to change? I mean, fitness-wise, there's not that many options. Even Origi that we've brought on isn't fully fit. But I think 25 minutes is pacing behind. They've got 3 at the back. We've not really seen us drive forward with the ball so far in this game. In fact, well, here we are. Corner kick, maybe. Henderson to whip it in. Does so. Are we there to meet it? It's headed down. Can we get a shot on goal? Well, Britos has done us a favour. He's fouled him. Mane. Okay, Origi's taking it. I thought it was Mane there. He's not had the best of luck in front of goal. It's going to be Origi. He's just come on. This arguably is going to be his first touch here. And it's against Gomes. Britos has bailed us out. He's given us a penalty kick. Can we get the goal? Oh, no way. More tea. Origi's come on and he's missed the penalty. I don't know if he's demanded he takes it or what. You've got to say overall, we've probably had the best of this. We've had 3 clear-cut chances. We've only scored 1. And I'm not sure what Firmino's just done there. As they drive forward, surely this isn't going to be a highlight after our penalty, but they're going to have a chance. Just tackle him. Oh, there's no way. I mean, Joe Hart, I've been slagging him off a little bit, if I'm honest. He's pulled one out there, and I can appreciate it. Right, 20 minutes to go. So we've still got one more change if we need it. I just don't think... I'm not sure it's going to be happening. Henderson now forward with it. Nice little pass to... Well, never mind. Forget about that. Time is ticking away, though. There's about 15 minutes left to go. Apparently, Firmino's got a bruised thigh. Okay, then. Do we get him off then and bring someone else on? There's not that many options out there. We'll try Wijnaldum. Different sort of player completely. And maybe we'll get him in there instead. I was going to put him on the left side. No, we'll keep Salah out there then. Actually, we'll have Salah playing as an inside forward now on that side. Why not? Change it up. Actually, we'll change both of them to play inside forward roles and then have Wijnaldum through the middle. Little change, subtle change, but hopefully it'll pay dividends. We're getting Firmino off at the next, when the ball's next out of play, or halted at least, as Nangolan gets in front of the challenge, or the clearance, or the pass, whatever it was, and now Watford gets a player on the back. I think this is just a highlight because I've made changes. I don't think this will be a goal. I'm now not so sure. I'm now not so... Well, Van Dijk with a lovely little tackle. We probably wouldn't have seen that ordinarily, but that was beautiful. And now we may have a chance to bring it away. Firmino's got it. Switches it to the left-hand side. I'm not convinced this is a real highlight. Salah's been tackled by Amrabat. Decent challenge considering he's on the yellow card. And now Watford forward again. We love to close down, don't we? Goodness gracious. Like, can we just calm ourselves a bit? Our back two, very eager to win the ball back high up the pitch, which I don't massively enjoy, as the ball strips over for Origi, and Origi could be in. Oh my, Divock Origi, well, he's found the back of the net. It was the longest highlight in the history of highlights, and it's ended up in a goal. Divock Origi makes it 2-1, makes up for his penalty miss as well, more importantly, and that then gives us the lead in the game and will put us on 6 points for the season. 12 minutes to go. It's now Watford's turn to make the change, as Gomes there has flown out to the feet of Origi. It's not been his best work, I've got to be honest. And now, well, with just under 10 minutes to go, can Liverpool stay in this game? Driven across, and now I'm nervous. I mean, these games go on a long time. Do you want me to speed the highlights up, folks, in the future? It's quite a long one, this one. I think we maybe all do. I think they were quicker beforehand. I mean, that's almost too quick now, though, isn't it? But we'll stick with this. Do you prefer it like this, or do you like sort of the slower, build-up, complete version of the game? Origi finds Salah now on this left-hand side, right-hand side, sorry, he changed, didn't he? Ball played to the back post, Origi, Britos heads it away, and Amrabat drives it forward again. Oh, Van Dijk does very, very well into Henderson. This is almost a bit too quick, I feel like. Is there a middle ground we can find? We're into the middle ground. Origi drives forward. If he can pull it across, he can. Mane's there. Oh, great composure from Sadio Mane. Makes it 3-1, and that is the sort of result we're looking for. That, my friends, should be that. We'll switch now to the counter-attack as well. You can see Origi drives to the byline. He's got Mane at the back post, who you thought would shoot first time. In fact, takes a touch, wrong foots Gomes completely, and finishes it into the back of the net. 3 ambulances, 6 ambulances. Goodness gracious. Right, okay, we'll switch to the counter attack, although it's pretty much worthless now. As, well, my goodness. Thought I was giving another penalty then. Luckily not. You've got to say, Watford did pretty well to be at 1-1 for such a long period of time. But that's full time. It's 3-1 Liverpool, a good win, and we'll see you again for another one. That is going to bring us to the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed it, do drop a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. There'll be another episode of the Liverpool Complete Playthrough out at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Yes, that's when they come out. And I'll see you for it with love, with care from Minute to Mention. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.